circles. Here's your homework. 1.9, 1 through 18, every third one. Then you start with 19, go every third one. Again, it doesn't necessarily that it ends there. That's just those group of problems. Comma, start with 31 to 39 and do the odd ones. Yes. So you want to go home and do this tonight so you can ask me questions tomorrow. And then my question to you then is, how do you find the distance between the 0.51 and 8.5? How do you find that distance? I don't know. I'm asking you right now. You have to do this. How do you find the distance? In fact, go ahead and do that on your paper. Since we're not answering me, go ahead and do it. Figure out the distance. You're going to come up with something. Talk to somebody around you. I'm curious to see what you do. Yes, right now I'm bringing back the Nightmares of Addison. Oh, did I just put that on the recording? Distance between 2 points. You know, line segment, right? Everyone get an answer. You got to get an answer. Talk to somebody in your group. Someone's got some idea what to do. Something. Or has a pretty picture to look at. Something. Go get it.
think I got the same sheet because I got the 104 that we made, right? No, I got the let's subtract it.
This group up here in front is the only group who knew how to do it. So I asked in the group who got it first. So he is going to show you how he did it. So draw, do whatever, speak.
What I did was I drew the graph.
And then look to the right to see, like you want to push it up a little bit so they can see it better. Very good.
And then I drew a line like that. And so I drew a triangle.
Can you ask what kind of triangle you drew?
A right triangle.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So then I did the Pythagorean theorem. This is on 4, 3. So it's 3, 4, 5 triangle.
Oh, thank you so much. What I got from almost everybody around, here's what the rest of you drew. I go, what is that? What is that? The equation, some formula that's somewhere trapped in there. Someone's beat into your head, but you don't even know what the name of it is. Oh, slope. I don't think I asked what the slope is. I heard rise over run everywhere. What's rise over run? Slope. I didn't ask the slope. I asked the length or the distance. And so they exquisitely drew a right triangle because it's the easiest way to find the distance between any 2 points. Sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well then, golly gee whiz. I wonder how I would find a midpoint. Halfway between those 2 points. I wonder how I would do that. Figure it out. How would you do that? Between those 2 points, I want a midpoint. I want a point. Point is the answer. Here the answer was 5. Figure out how to find the midpoint on that segment, or the distance between those 2 points. What is the midpoint? Give me the other pair. I'm only going to give you 1 minute for this one. Found my victim. You may take your paper or you may draw right up on the side and show us how you did it because she did it right. Just click on circle because she had the X value right to see if she got the Y value right, and she did.
Whoa.
I'm going to go ahead and blow this up a little bit just because it's a small drawing. All right, please go right ahead and tell us how you figured out. It's okay, it's okay. Take your time. I know you're on the hot seat.
I found what the midpoint 5 and 8 is to find what the x value is. So it was
Please go right ahead. It's okay. Get your paper. Yes. Put it right underneath and make sure where they can see it. She didn't have any customers or anything. So all good. Oh, she's still on her.
Yeah, so I found what the midpoint of the first x's are. So 5.5 to 8, it will be 6.5. So it will be like right here.
Ask her a question. Do you understand what she just did?
No.
May I suggest that you write this ordered pair right next to it so they can see it, and that ordered pair right there?
So you find the first x's and you find the midpoint of that.
Between the numbers 5 and 8, right?
So 5 and 8. The midpoint of that is 6.5. And then though you take the y's, the midpoint between y and 5 is 3. So this is your x. This is your y.
She literally found the midpoint of each side of the right triangle. And she had to use the points, the ordered pairs. The 5 and the 8 was 6.5. Well, if it's a 1 and a 4, is another 3? Does anybody happen to remember this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the distance formula. See how well you remembered it? You didn't use it. That's why I don't like formulas. Pythagorean theorem I know is a formula, but something like you know. Like as soon as he started drawing it, I all of a sudden heard, oh. Like I know you know Pythagorean theorem. That's an easy one. That one there's awful. Midpoint. Let's see if I can even remember the midpoint. Right? So what was the first x value? A 5. This was an 8. That happens to be 13 cut in half. Isn't that 6.5? This is the average of the two. And so the y's was a 1 and a 5. You add up a 6, it's a 3. But just like this formula was floating around in your head, you didn't know what to attach it to, so I'm not going to give you more formulas. Right? Because there'll just be more things floating in your head that you don't know what to attach them to. I'm trying to develop just logical thinking. Cut in half, midpoint, done. Distance between 2 points, make a right triangle every single day. Do not use that. Oh, wait, just a minute. What's wrong with that? Wait, just a minute. Let me see if I can figure that out. Okay, so I'm supposed to figure out the distance, right? So that's D, the distance, okay. And so the distance between, so take x2, like if that was a 5, wait, what was it? An 8 and a 5. That distance, I'm supposed to subtract 8 minus 5. Oh, in other words, it's really just a 3? Oh, okay. And then what was this? This was a 1 and a 5. And so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to subtract, that's a 4. Well, that's a length of 4. So you mean that's really Pythagorean theorem? You mean I could call this guy A? This really means A squared. This here just means B squared. Wait, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Oh, C is really my D. And in order to find C, I have to take the square root of the... Oh, so you mean distance formula is really Pythagorean theorem? Yes, it is. That nasty distance formula is just Pythagorean theorem. Please go find the distance and the midpoint. I just made something up. Could be ugly. I don't know. Find the distance between those 2 points and find the midpoint. Midpoint, I said point. Distance is going to be a numeric answer. It's probably ugly, sorry. Just made up 2 things, but who cares? I'm a visual gal, I sketch it. And I just rough sketch it. When in doubt, draw. There. Should have done 2. So I drew my right triangle, and I looked at the ordered pairs. I just sat there and stared at them. Between a -4 and a 1, that's a 5. Between an 8 and a 5, that's a 13. Pythagorean theorem is the square root of 13 squared plus 5 squared. That's the answer to this distance. So I got to this, and I said, okay, I'm done. I don't care. I know we have to put it in a calculator. I know we can learn how to simplify square roots again. I don't really give a crap right now. I just want to make sure you know how to do that. The next thing is the midpoint. And I go, well, let's see, that's 5. I need to move over 2.5, either from here or from here. I'm going to do it from here. So I see a 4, need to move over 2.5. That means I'm still at 1.5. See, I'm logically deducing. I'm doing no formulas. I see a distance of 13. I need to cut in half. That's 6.5. So let's see, I'm up 8, go down 6.5. That means I'm still at 1.5 above. Done. Done. That fast. Only thing was Pythagorean theorem. But you know that. I know you know that. I know Mr. Audison faithfully in your head. How was that? Okay, 194. So how is it? Thank you. How is that? The distance between any 2 points, you're going to use what? Yeah, Pythagorean theorem. Sketch it out. Just sit there and stare at the 2. Think of a number line. Between -4 and 1, that's a distance of 5. Between an 8 and a -5, that's a 13. Done. Right? Then that's easy. It's a Pythagorean theorem. You can do that. That's the distance. Midpoint. I see 5. That means 2.5. So 2.5 from the -4, 2.5 from 1. I see 13. Cut it in half because it's a midpoint. I need 6.5 distance. Well, I'm at 8 above. Go down 6.5. I'm still at 1.5. It is that simple. So your homework tonight, because I need to stop, is you can only go now to here. I did not get to circles. I didn't even get to circles yet. All of this homework here is going to be find the distance. This one here is find the midpoint. You may not use the distance formula and the midpoint formula. You must sketch it out and use Pythagorean theorem and then use logic to come up with a midpoint. Practice that. No. No. You see, like I did a rough sketch. I just put them in the right quadrant. That's all you need to do is quadrants. Ugh. No graph paper. Come back with questions. Wednesday. Yes, ma'am.
What if if we don't come on Wednesday? We make it Tuesday after school or Thursday?
Okay, that would be great. Tuesday after school would be just fine. So you already know you're going to be out Wednesday?
Maybe.
Okay.